guys, welcome back to my channel and to another what I eat in a day video. Thank you so much for taking the time to log on and join me today for a fantastic day of food. So today is a very busy editing day. I wanted things for quickness really, and it's very cold as well, owing to the fact that the weather seems to have clicked and there is frost everywhere. So yeah, winter has definitely arrived in the UK, which is exciting because it means that we can start actually looking forward to Christmas now, which is great. But yeah, this morning has been very busy, so it was a very quick breakfast for me. I had cornflakes and a cup of coffee. I'll insert that now. To the fact that it's so cold, I thought I would whip up a butternut squash, red pepper and onion and garlic soup. I'm very excited about it. Before I get on with actually making the soup element, I wanted to get the squash and the peppers and the onions all roasted, because I feel like when you roast the vegetables first, it adds a lot of flavour, especially with olive oil and thyme and a few fresh herbs, salt and pepper. Along with the oil, they'll sit and they'll caramelise, and then you blitz them up in the Magimix, and it's just the most delectable and delicious soup, especially for a really cold day. So I'm going to get on with chopping the veg, and then for dinner tonight I'm very excited because it's another hearty one and great for the colder season. I'm going to have a lamb casserole, which I'm already, my tummy is rumbling just thinking about it. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm going to get on with chopping my vegetables now, get them in a roasting tin, let them roast for a good 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes on a lowish heat, get all the caramelising going and all the flavours infusing, and then I'm going to blitz them up in some stock and make a really lovely thick soup. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it. It should be a great day again for batch cooking, meal planning. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'm wearing my Ralph Lauren jumper that I'm obsessed with at the moment. You'll have seen it in my latest vlog that went live. I'm hoping it's my latest vlog. If not, I'll link it above. But yeah, I'll link it in the description box down below in case you like it, because it's amazing for colder days like today. My regular Topshop jeans, I think it's pretty standard in that department. So yeah, I'm going to get on with chopping my veg, and I hope you all enjoy it. So again, technically, you don't actually have to do this step. You could literally just boil everything up, soften it all, and then add stock and do exactly the same thing. But again, I think that if you do have the time to roast your vegetables first, it just ensures a lot of flavour, and then you don't have to rely so heavily on having an amazing stock. There's just something about roasted vegetables, especially at this time of year, such warming, comforting flavours. And I mean, is there anything better really than roasted onion? I don't feel like there is. So I'm going to pop these in a tray along with some garlic, herbs and spices, some good quality olive oil, and it's just going to, honestly, it's going to add so much flavour and be absolutely delicious. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that. So cue the music, and I hope you all enjoy it. So the veg has been cooked and it's all softened down now, and honestly the scent of this alone, even if you were just to do this, add some parmesan to the top and have it with some bread and butter, it would be absolutely delicious. But as you've seen, I've made up some stock and I'm going to get it in the Magimix, blend it out to a kind of thickish consistency, and then cut some bread, and honestly it smells so incredible. And again, this is very low point value. In fact, the only points you would need to consider if you are being strict is the stock. I'm not, but apart from that, of course, it's all veg. If you want to point your oil, you can do. So the only thing I'm personally going to point is my bread, and I might put a little bit of parmesan on top, maybe. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I can, is to very carefully add this hot veg to the Magimix. You could use any kind of food processor. I just find this one amazing. I'll link it in the description box down below because it's not too expensive, and honestly I do so much with it. So if you're looking for a new food processor, you really cannot go wrong with Magimix. I love the sizzle as well. In fact, let me make sure that that is down as it should be. But I love the sizzle that this makes, and I'm even going to capture all of the oil and pour that in as well, because with the garlic and the onion, the oil will have a lot of flavour, and again it will enhance the stock as well. And that is the soup, guys. It smells absolutely delicious. I reserved some of the caramelized onion so I could sprinkle it on top of the parmesan to help it to melt. Honestly, I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm gonna chow down on that. You saw how simple it was, an ideal winter's lunch. Cannot wait. So lunch was great, guys. I know that you'd be expecting me to say this because I say it about everything that I make, but honestly that soup was so nice and it was such a simple recipe. Roast some veg, put them in a blender with some stock, and you have a really delicious filling soup. I even ended up having 2 servings just because it was so flavorful and so lovely and so thick and filling, and actually I think I'm gonna struggle for dinner tonight. But yeah, I'm about to go and get Layla is what I was checking in to say. I've just put my hat on and I'm literally just about to put my coat on and go and pick her up, and then we'll get back, have my afternoon coffee, and I'm fancying a little bit of something sweet. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna have yet, but I actually have quite a few points to, you know, use up for tonight and also for a snack, so that's exciting. So I'm gonna make sure that I have something nice and sweet when I get back. So I've just got back from the school run. The kids are sat down watching the Aristocats, and I'm just about to weigh out some of this chocolate aero that I picked up from the corner shop. Yeah, so I'm gonna get my app out and actually point this because I'm not too sure when it comes to aero in regards to point value, but I have a new set of scales actually which I picked up recently. I did use WW scales, but actually I just can't warm to them. I don't know why. And by the time I realised that, I'd gotten rid of my Russell Hobbs ones, which I love. So I went for these ones, which is the disc salter ones. And so far they've been absolutely brilliant. Even if you put a match on here or something super light, it will weigh it. Whereas I found with the WW ones, they weren't overly responsive, and sometimes they were over responsive and sometimes they were under responsive. So I just couldn't be bothered with it anymore. So I changed. It's now time to get on with the casserole. I have some diced lamb here. This is not the leanest, but I find that if you can cook it with a bit of the fat on, it adds a lot of flavour. Of course, you can opt for meat as lean as you would like. I also have some salt and pepper, a lovely floret of broccoli, some spinach, an onion, some rainbow carrot, some garlic, and some stock. And that is literally everything I'm going to use, because I've actually picked up a sachet of this lamb casserole mix, which is going to do a lot of the work for me actually. And I think that we'll probably have this alongside bread. You can add potato in here as well. I'm not going to because I'm actually quite full from lunch still. And you know, that's just because I had 2 servings and normally I wouldn't. But yeah, you can pretty much freestyle this, use any veg in your fridge that needs eating, and just, yeah, get creative, guys. First thing I'm going to do is caramelize and brown this lamb, and then once it's developed a nice colour, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to cook the onions and the rest of the veg in that same oil, and that will just really infuse everything and add a lot of flavour. simmer away for about 10-15 minutes and let everything soften and incorporate and get nicely infused into the stock. And then this is going to take the rest of its cooking time in the oven, and I'm going to cook it at about 180 for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how hungry we all are. But it smells delicious, it's so colourful, it's ideal for the winter, and it just looks so inviting. So yeah, I'm going to preheat the oven, which admittedly I should have done before, and then that's going to go in. Of the what I eat in a day. That casserole was so nice, it was so full of flavour, it was really rich, and because it was so chunky and so thick and filling, I actually ended up only having it as like a thick stew. Like I didn't have any bread or anything like that. So I have a feeling, because I had 15 points left to use, that I will have a few rolled over, because the only thing I had to really factor in was the lamb, because I don't count casserole or oil or anything because I'm just maintaining. But obviously feel free to use your app and gauge off that. But yeah, I'm gonna end the night here. I'm gonna chomp on these really beautiful grapes throughout the night, but apart from that it'll just be water for me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the description box for links of what I'm wearing and recipes and point values and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I don't know what I did then, but yeah, bye.